Hi, my name's Louisa from Global English TESOL Courses. Now, at this time of lockdown, it's likely you've been moving your face-to-face classes online. And if you've got lower level learners, you know that that could present quite a problem. They need a bit more support, a bit more scaffolding. So my first suggestion to you is to use a platform which is audio visual, so camera on where possible, but also allows screen sharing. In that way, you can show worksheets or vocabulary or pictures which can all support the learning. It's likely that platform in that case won't be WhatsApp, and that's because learners tend to have WhatsApp on their phone, and it's really difficult on the phone to have audio, visual and stuff on the screen to look at as well. So my suggestion, popular choices would be Skype or Zoom, which allow audio, visual and screen share. But of course you may have to go with what your learners have. So let's imagine you're in a class with some learners or a learner, and you've got Skype or Zoom allowing screen share. What I would do is start with a really kind of simple lesson, which is big on visuals and lots of repetition. Okay, so I'd start like this. Today we will make a cup of tea. A cup of tea. A cup of tea. So every time I'm going like that or kind of looking into the camera, I'm indicating I want them to repeat. Okay, so that's a really good gesture to remember. So first I need a cup. 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 Tea bag. Tea bag. Tea bag. Milk. 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 So I've got maybe 6 items, so we go on like that. Okay, so lots of you speaking, lots of them repeating. The trick here is to keep it going, keep the pace up. They will be focused, but only if you keep it going. If there's big lulls and pauses while you pick things up, their concentration will wander. It's snappy, and they'll be focused, and they're going to keep repeating, and you're going to move it on. Okay, great. The next thing you'll do is test the vocabulary. So where possible, you'll say nothing, and you'll just hold the items up. Great. So once they've got the vocabulary, more or less, you can move on to the process of making a cup of tea. And you're going to do this in very much the same way as before. You're going to give them chunks of language. You're going to ask them to repeat it. Then at the very end, they're going to put all of that together. Okay, so first, I add the tea bag to the cup. First, I add the tea bag to the cup. Next, I add hot water. Next, I add hot water. Okay. So again, there's about 3 or 4 stages. Once that's done and they've repeated it, you can move on. So here, I've got the script more or less with some words they need to add into the gaps. And I would just ask the student, can you read that? Okay, I add the to the, great, and that goes on. And the best thing about this is you can remove words as they go along and then ask them to repeat it. So gradually, you're removing the teacher support and they're adding more. So that's a really nice extra that you can do. So do that, take words away, and then hopefully what you're doing is allowing them to build on the process so that when you go back, leave the words behind and then literally just mime it and get them to tell you. So you might say, tell me. Okay, you get the idea. I hope that's really helpful. It's just one idea for getting them to describe a process step by step. The objective is that they be able to use those verbs and that vocabulary really well by the end of the lesson, and it should give them a really good sense of satisfaction.